Good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here as I announce my candidacy for Rutland City.
Wait a minute.
No, I mean, horrible joke. I'm sorry. All joking aside, I met Mike last winter. Mike Doenges, who is running for mayor. Sorry, right here. I met Mike last winter when we were in Depot Park waving at passersby because our spouses were running for Rutland City school board positions. And I said to my wife, Mary Beth, hey, who's the guy with the beard? And she said, oh, that's Michael Talbot. I said, no, I know him. Who's the other beard? And she said, oh, that's Sarah Doenges' husband, Mike. He's great. You'll love him. So after meeting him that day, I learned really quick that he is great. And there is a lot of great behind the beard.
And a lot of gray.
And a lot of gray. But spending time with Mike professionally and personally, it didn't take long for me to realize and notice his genuine care for people. He's always willing to help a friend as well as make a new one. He has excellent judgment, but does not look for faults in others. He is an optimist, but is consistently pragmatic. If you are in search of a data-driven problem solver with a determined and friendly disposition, Mike is the leader you've been looking for. I was excited to hear that Mike decided to run for mayor of our shared hometown. He is passionate about our community, understands Rutland's challenges, and believes in the possibilities for our future. Mike is committed to representing all people of Rutland in City Hall as we enter into a new era of innovation, action, and accountability. So please help me welcome the new mayor of Rutland City, my friend, Mike Doenges.
Thank you, Kim.
You're welcome.
That's awesome. That's really nice. Kim's pretty cool, huh? Thank you very much, Kim, for the introduction. Kim said a lot of nice things about me, which is, I only have 3 nice things to say about you.
Three,
but-
that's all I have.
Okay. So Kim's really an awesome mom. She's a very much an amazing member of our community, and quite frankly, she's a value add. And anybody who interacts with Kim realizes, what Rutland can look like. And I think that's a great example. Thank you for doing the intro.
you.
I really appreciate that. So it's an honor to be here with everybody today to announce my candidacy for Rutland City Mayor. It was about 33 years ago that my parents decided to move here to Rutland, and it afforded me a ton of opportunities by doing that. Growing up in a city like Rutland, even though it is a small community, you have chances to do things like work at a local radio station, which if you were in Boston, you'd never get that opportunity, right? So there's all sorts of things that you can do because you live here in Rutland. I graduated from Rutland High School, and 2 years ago, when Mayor Allaire stated that this was most likely his last term as mayor, I started thinking about how I could take my life that I had developed here over time and grow that into a real impact. I ran for the Board of Aldermen. I got on the board. I became the board president, and now I think the next most logical step is to become mayor. I believe that it'll allow me to have my full-time attention and effort dedicated to the city of Rutland and its people. After serious thoughts and discussions with my family and their support, I've decided to make that commitment today. I believe the city of Rutland needs a goalpost, a target to shoot for or aim for, something that we can all look at and say, that's where we're headed. We have to spend time and resources to achieve that goal and really design a master plan around that target. Our specific master plan really needs to include one thing that I just can't get out of my head. It's population growth. We need to get our city to a place where we're effortlessly welcome and welcoming to those who want to move and build a life here. We need to figure out the best ways to shape our future, and that plan and that goalpost help us target those foundational issues that must be addressed. And that is Rutland's declining population. While Vermont's population as a whole has increased 44% over the last 50 years, year over year, grown consistently, Rutland's population has decreased 18% year over year consistently, for a total of that 18% over those 50 years. Tied directly to the issue of that population decline and our need for growth is how do we attract developers and other interested parties and businesses to our community and create quality places for people to live. Developers have a hard time investing in areas where they don't see growth. Why would they want to come and spend their money here and invest so that they can grow their businesses if we don't see the same from the citizens or from the people in the community? When we're growing properties like the one we're on today, we'll see a line of invested and interested developers. This is 23 acres in Rutland, right on the edge of our cities with amazingly beautiful views of mountains and our downtown. It is classic Vermont right here. And yet, there's 23 acres of available space to build housing, and no one's building here. And that, again, is because we need to attract those people to our community. I have always considered our city as a great place of opportunity. Rutland has the chance to become one of New England's best places to live. We have a strong community here and the resources and assets to thrive. We have everything we need to get the job done. We have natural beauty, abundant resources, innovative and energized private sector, and a breadth of supportive not-for-profits. But the most important piece are the thoughtful, creative, and motivated citizens of Rutland City. We have seen the future of Rutland begin to take shape for things like market rate rental revitalization fund that the Board of Aldermen has put in place, the Hub, our tax incentive financing district that we are currently in the process of building and developing and getting approved by the state, and some solid investments from our pandemic funds enabling organizations in our community to reinvest with their skills and resources into what we see Rutland becoming and looking like. However, in City Hall, there's still room for growth, innovation, transparency, purposeful planning, innovative ideas that will improve the lives of the people that live here. With cooperative, responsive, and accountable leadership in the mayor's office, we can support the branches of our city government to form a city that works for everyone. That includes the people who visit us, that includes the people who build their businesses here, and of course, the residents that already live here. Building on the success of our current Board of Aldermen, we can move away from the status quo and send our city on an upward trajectory. You'll see that my slogan, which there's no banner here to show you, but my slogan is innovation, action, and accountability. Those three key words are directly tied to the plan that I've started to think of and that we will have for Rutland City as we move forward. But that plan involves feedback from the citizens too. This is not just one person's ideas, this is everybody's ideas coming together to find and solve the problems and challenges that we have in our city. Creating a city master plan and population targets that will change the direction of our city to accelerate growth, utilizing that plan to entice people to our community. Ensuring Rutland City's employees have the resources and tools that they need to take action and work collaboratively, allowing them to be proud of what they can accomplish for their city. Streamlining services and increasing access for people, developers, and others so that City Hall becomes a launch pad for business owners, visitors, and residents. Can you imagine that? Show up at City Hall and you have access to everything that you need, or at least somebody say, hey, this is where you need to go to find that information. It's pretty interesting, right? Follow up and follow through. That's some of the biggest things. We do a lot here. We try and we think and we try to take action, but we don't quite get there sometimes. And we need to push over that hump. We need to push over that hill. We need to climb out of the decline in our population and the other areas and get up a little bit higher to see success. Rutland deserves a leader who reaches out to every stakeholder in the community, someone who thrives on interaction and collaboration, and who leads while striving for excellence for Rutland and all of its residents. Excuse me. It's time for us to follow through on the promises that have been made to the citizens of Rutland and to all work together to build a brighter future for our city. Thank you all for coming today. Really appreciate it. Family on one side, which is really interesting. Friends on the other, which is really cool. all one big family. But thank you for coming today, and we appreciate your time. Have a great day.
Good job.